โอ้ยนกสวยเนี่ย
สวย
ว้าว
tinคุยกับไอ้
โอ้ย
คุยกับ
Hey folks, and welcome back to Mae Rampung Beach here. We're just about 15 kilometers east of Rayong, and the previous episode I went over a motorbike accident I had here 28 years ago, and thanks for all the great support and heartfelt comments on that episode. You guys are awesome. But I did feel a little bad because I didn't get to show you the hotel/condo that we stayed at and some of the cool stuff around the area. So we are going to Ko Samet today. But before we leave, let me just show you this real quick. And this is it's a condo, but it was a hotel. I booked this on Agoda, just like you would book any other hotel, and I even selected the breakfast option. So we'll take a look at this and just some cool stuff right around here, and then we'll head off to Koh Samet. So, yeah, they got not too much parking here. They got some parking around back, and keep in mind, I said this is a condo, so there are residents here, and I think they take kind of the choice parking with their motorbikes and stuff. But I found some area around back, but a nice lobby here, and this portion up here would serve as the front desk, I guess, and it also looks like they're a bit of a realtor in here. These are units for sale, right around between 900 and 1.1 million. They're decent-sized condos, although this building is getting older. It's well maintained for an old building, not that old, about 26, 27 years old. It's very well maintained for that. I can show you buildings that are half this age that are in terrible shape, and this is in really good shape, so they must have pretty strong management here. A lovely swimming pool, look at this. But it is an aged building, and I kind of show you what I mean by that as we go along. There's just some things that aren't kind of there for modern standards, and the benefit of an older building is it seems like you always get a little bit bigger of a room. It seems as time goes on, the condos get smaller and smaller, and but this is fashioned more like a hotel room. You saw we had a microwave and a toaster there, and there's our bed with the towels all ready for us. And it's kind of just one open floor plan here, like a studio. And I guess and they've taken the kitchen away and just kind of made more living area. You don't really need a kitchen for a hotel room. But whoever owns this unit obviously has got it in a pool that they use for hotel rooms. So there are daily, nightly, or maybe weekly guests here. So, but look at the balcony. Huge balcony. Just this balcony is probably the size of my bedroom. I mean, it's a big balcony, and a lovely view of the pool and some of the surrounding area. But I wanted to stay here because of the location, and it was where I was doing the previous video. But we liked it here, and I think I spent. It was on the high side, but it was a holiday weekend. We stayed here on a Sunday night of a 4-day holiday weekend. It was $1,400. I believe that included the breakfast. We had breakfast the next morning. Not a fancy breakfast. It was just they cooked a couple eggs and some ham and toast, and but you've got all your, there you go, safety box. That's probably been fitted. They had all the toiletries ready for us in the bathroom, the washroom here, but they could have done with a bum gun. That was missed. But I think one of the best features of this condo is what's going on right outside and to the right. I'll show you what I mean.
Doing a good job there? Huh? Have fun? This has got to be the best grilling stand I've ever seen. It's only a block from the condo. And I don't remember this being here before. It's just thrown up. Very simple. But you'd be hard pressed to find better grilled bird anywhere. Look at that. That is just beautiful. So, and they're big plump ones. They're 180 baht. That's about $6. So it's not cheap, $6 for a whole grilled chicken. But they're good size, and I think in something like this you're going to get what you pay for. The regular food here, V's got just some regular dishes, 40 baht. So they're not gouging people. That's what it costs. He's got Tom Tom and Bob Moo. เท่าไหร่40 บาท40 บาท40 120 บาทข้าวเหนียว5 บาท. So she's got a whole meal there, 3 dishes for like 125 baht for about about $4. Putting the feed bag on. So 180 baht for one of these chickens isn't bad. I can't get over their color. That red color is just beautiful. Orange, deep orange, I guess I would call it, not really red. Oh, it's beautiful. So I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get one and take care of it. I'll show you what it looks like.
So yeah, I think this pork was still needed some more time on the barbie here, but it sure looked good. Sure looked fabulous. I would love to have sliced off a slab of that and had on the side with the chicken maybe next time. But while I was waiting for my bird to come out, there was another bird here as well.
Lucas.
My name is Kui.
Kui. Oh.
Kui like a bang.
Oh.
Nickname Note นี่ Note
รถดี
Note เชิญยิ้ม
โอ้ยสวัสดีครับ
Joker
นี่
ล็อกสตาร์คนไทย
โอเคเนาะ
โอ้ยติด really good.
So put the hurting on this bird. I can't wait to dig into it. You know, I was out recording some of the segments for this video, and I needed some gas. I went down to the main road and got gas. And on my way down to the main road, I saw this stand. I said, wow, that chicken looks good and the pig looks good. So I'm going to stop and check it out. So on my way back, I stopped. And as soon as I got off the bike and stopped, I noticed V sitting here eating. I'd left her in the hotel room. She found her way out of the hotel room to here. And we both ended up at the same place. So we'll finish this up.
So yeah, actually there are several stands like this along this one road leading down to the beach here. So if you're in town, if you're on your way to the beach, I'd stop and grab a bird. It'd be a nice beachside snack.
Well, we ate most of it. It was succulent, I tell you. Even the white meat in the middle of the biggest chunk of white meat was still juicy as could be. Wonderful. It may be one of the more succulent chickens I've ever had.
So yeah, we enjoyed our day here at Rayong Beach, and it's good to come here again after being gone for so long. But even as beautiful as it was, we had some other beaches we wanted to go to, and that would be the ones at Ko Samet. So to get to Koh Samed, we just rode down the coast. I guess it's about 10 or 12 kilometers down the coast there. And you end up in the town here of Banphe. Banphe is it used to be a very small town. It's grown up as well. It's much bigger now. In fact, one of the main roads leading up here to the port is now one way apparently, so I've got to wind around. But the port is just right down here straight, only a couple blocks. Here we are. So yeah, this is where you'll get your boat out to the island. Many different choices there. We took the ferry, and they have parking. Now, unlike a place like Koh Chang where you can take your vehicle with you, you cannot. Your vehicle's got to stay here, but they do have the parking. And I paid 50 baht for parking, and I was actually in a little garage. So they waved me initially into this building over here, and then once I was in the building, they waved me into my own little personal garage. So I thought that was really cool.
So that's where we're going today. You can see it doesn't look that far. Ko Samet. And it's been about 26 years since I've been there. So I'm sure that'll look a little bit different. Banphe here sure looks different. Wow. But it's good to see it all grown up. And I don't remember this pier being this long either, but the long pier right there. So we're gonna go out there, spend the night. I'll show you what we do and what it looks like. I think we got to go. I'm being summoned.
So yeah, we had literally just purchased our tickets. I thought we'd be waiting around, and they were rushing us all out to get onto the boat. 120 baht a person round trip, 240 for the both of us. That's there and back. So I guess it's time to go get on the pink boat.
ใช่ไหมครับสีเขียวครับตัวสีเขียวเขียวไปชมพูกลับนะครับโอเคครับกลับเมื่อไหร่ครับกลับตรงนี้เที่ยวสุดท้าย5 โมงเย็นนะฮะ
not sure how I feel about pink boats, but as long as it floats, I guess. And we've got life vests. All right, we're all suited up. So here we are. It's not a lengthy ferry ride by any means. I think it was less time than the trip out to Koh Lan, although it's cost twice as much per person. So yeah, Koh Samed has not been one of the cheaper islands. I'll go through the costs as we have them. Remember, we already spent 50 baht for parking. We spent 120 baht per person for the boat ride, and then we're gonna have to pay to get into what they call the national park. Koh Samet is like a national park here, and you'll see along the way they have the national park rangers here, and this giant kind of greets you here at the port. That's what they call a yuk, Thai word for giant, I guess. You see them temple guards and things like that. Amazing. I don't know if that's part of somebody's imagination or thousands of years ago there was things like that. I don't know. But you got this long gangplank here, and you got to walk into the entry point, the visitor center, and we have to go through a couple, I don't know what they are, a couple little chambers here we'll have to go through. But on this day, here's the first chamber. You can see there's tons of people that want to leave because it's the end of the holiday weekend. We got here on a Monday of a 4-day weekend, so everybody's leaving, but we're coming. There was only about 5 people on our boat. So here's where I'll have to pay to get into the park. 200 baht for me, 40 baht for V. There's a differential there between Thai citizen and foreigner or guest. So 240 for us both to get into the park, or the island. You just call it the island. And it was 240 for both of our tickets. That's 480, and then the 50 for parking. So we're at 530 baht here just to step onto the island. So a little bit more expensive than some of the other islands, but I don't mind paying it. It's a nice place. And then we'll rent a bike. I told her I wanted this orange one here. She said, no, it's not orange, it's yellow. I said, well, it looks orange to me. She said, no, it's yellow. But it's 300 baht for that, and that includes gas. And it did have a full tank of gas. Sometimes I've rented these bikes on islands, and they say the gas is free, but it comes on empty. But we just were couple minutes from getting on the throttle and heading off into the island. So our resort wasn't that far, but I wanted to be able to explore the island. You see these green trucks, they're taxis, bot buses, whatever you want to call them, but that's how you can get around. You don't need a motorbike, and you may even be able to walk to your resort, which technically we probably could have. We stayed at the Grand View. This is the Grand View at Sakao, and we got here, it was about noon. Now I do have to cut them a sprout on this. It was a holiday weekend. So our room wasn't ready until 2 o'clock, and I believe that they had a full house the night before, and they probably were busy doing the housekeeping. So we'll go into town, we'll get something to eat, and look around a little bit, and then we'll come back here to the hotel and check in and get our stuff back. We wait to check in, we'll grab a bite to eat. It's about lunchtime, and being on the islands, you have to kind of be prepared to pay more. There's transportation costs to get the goods out to the island. There's the supply and demand. So instead of a regular street stall, just a little restaurant right on the street, no frills, no air conditioning, kind of open air dining, instead of 40 to 100 baht for the entree range that you'd see in most places in the mainland, you're looking at 80 to 200 baht. So there's nothing wrong with that. You're going to pay more when you come to an island. You just have to know that. But it still doesn't mean that everywhere you go is okay. Because we just went to a place, instead of 80 to 200, it was like 150 to 300. So you still have to be prepared to say, no, that's too much. paying a premium is a thing, but there's sometimes there's too much of that, so you just have to kind of know what you would pay. Just say it's going to cost double. So if you're normally paying 40, 50, 60 baht, you're going to pay 80, 100, 120 baht for the same dish. Not 150 to 200 though. So I'll show you the menu. You know, this is a typical 40 to 50 baht dish. Here it's 80. So chicken wings, they're normally, a good order of chicken wings is usually 60 to 80. It's 100. It's not that bad. So this place is reasonable. You know you're going to pay more. They've added that little extra for the island, kind of extra transportation, but they're not gouging at the same time. You just have to be a little bit aware of gouging. I've got vegetables. I ordered some vegetables because yesterday I ate basically a whole chicken, no vegetables. So we got some rice, some fried rice, some vegetables. Fried rice and vegetables. We'll have a little lunch and we'll go back to the hotel and check in. This is just right around the corner from our resort. Less than a minute on the motorbike. And there's, oddly enough, there's two 7-Elevens that are right across the street from each other. But as you can see, there's one there and there's one here. So, not sure how that happened. It's just a little odd having two of them side by side like that, but that's what it is. We'll take a look at the food when it comes out.
So yeah, we got lunch for 175 baht, which we could have easily paid that for one dish at the wrong place. And it wouldn't have been much different of a place. It's the same kind of open air, no air conditioning places. You just have to be a little careful. There's some gouging going on out there if you don't know. Down the road was a food court, and I believe their prices were even less. But that was a little bit farther away. But anyway, after lunch, we did make it back to the resort. We did check in, and we actually had a real nice day at the beach, and we looked around, and we went out at night. But all this will have to wait for the next episode. I'm just too much for this episode, so we'll come back. I'm sure there's some things that we want to see here on the beach and on the island, but that'll be next time, less than 24 hours from now, actually. So tomorrow's episode, we will go around Ko Samed, and we will do it up right. We'll look at the resort. I'll show you our room, and we'll go out at night to a pretty cool place. There's a lot of stuff we've got to do. And we were out here only for one night, and didn't even go out the next morning and explore. So I think we crammed a lot into one day, but it was just too much for just one episode here. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this one off here, and as usual, I'll thank you for watching. And until next time, bye for now.